Hey guys, welcome back to Everything Anime Podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Shinry. Here with Everything Anime Podcast, talk about different anime, manga, video games, TV shows, and whatever relevant topic we're talking about. Today's video is on Dr. Stone chapters 104 and 105. This was my next stopping point in my notes, which means something major happened at the end of these chapters. Something major happened at the end of these chapters. I don't remember exactly what. I know it's not much further than where I was finished at, so hopefully these notes will clarify as we go through them. Because again, it's been a while. Normally I would bust out these videos like almost near after finishing them, but I take a long hiatus. Things been going on in life, yada yada yada, blah blah blah. We're not getting into that. But where we last left off in our last video, everyone on the ship was petrified, but for Soziu, Senku, Kohaku, and Gen, as well as Sukiya, who they don't know is on the island as well. Sukiya got kicked off by Ryusei in the last moments, and Ryusei saw whoever petrified them, and he saw however they petrified them. He saw both of those. We don't know what that is just yet. But it doesn't take long for Senku to get this information as well. And the way he draws Senku's seriousness, the way he draws like Senku's like anger and rage in this panel, I know the anime's not going to do justice because I've been watching the anime, but it looks so fucking good. It's so genuinely like amazing how well he drew this guy. Now, we also trigger a memory of Soziu's past. His parents didn't abandon him as a baby. They were saving him from a man who was petrifying them all petrifying all of them when he was a child. So Soziu has this memory that there is the Y-Man has the power to petrify people. He might be from 3,000 years ago. He might be one of those people that survived and unpetrified himself somehow. We don't know how yet. We don't know how the petrification started. But there was a man petrifying people, and Soziu's parents ran away, and they saved him. That's why they pushed him off. So it was kind of like a Prince of Egypt kind of thing where they shipped him off as a baby down the ocean, or well, that was a river in the ocean to save him, because they were like, you might have a chance to live. Like, you might die or we might die. Because obviously when you're petrified, you don't know if you're going to be able to come back, but they were hoping the best for his son. So, kind of like that. Although Senku also theorizes, thanks to this revelation, that others may be on this island who are potential allies, who, because he knows people are running from the Y-Man or whoever was petrifying them, he's like, those people can be lured to our side. We can use them as allies, increase our numbers against the Y-Man, maybe like start a rebellion in some way. Now, and Senku also knows like how to track down this person with the seashells using like some forensic science. He determines that the person was here about 20 minutes ago based off, like, you know, Senku being the genius that he is. And it determines almost immediately that the survivor is female using her fingerprints. So that was pretty cool. I mean, like, I've never seen this level of Senku's thinking. Well, we've seen Senku think bigger than this, but it's just kind of unique. And while he's doing this, Gen uses his mentalist abilities to determine that she's a young woman. And from the way she collected seashells, and well, he determines that because the way the seashells she collected and the one she dropped, he's like, this is definitely a young woman. He's also the one to discover like a string of her hair. I don't know why all of that was important, but it's just how Gen was gathering his information. Finally, Kohaku uses her strength to help them create like a miniature microscope, which they use to determine that she lives somewhere in the mountains. So they built like this like, I forgot what they're called, but we all know what they're like, those forensic things to like look at something like at a microscopic level. All of this within mere seconds, it seems, and probably in the anime it will be seconds, because like, remember how like they took down Tsukasa army in 20 seconds with all those weapons and powers. It's anime, so you just have to go with these things. Now, then Kohaku uses her gymnast skills, speed, and eyesight to quickly discover the woman is heading towards a hideout. And they're still unsure if she's friends or foe, or if she's possibly the Y-Man. Like, maybe the Y-Man is a woman, a Y-woman. Even I thought that. I was like, what if the Y-Man is not a man, but a woman? Like, that'd be another kind of twist. Maybe not a huge twist, but you never know. We could be helping or meeting the person that's behind all of this. And she looks nothing like I expected. She's very beautifully drawn. Her design, everything. She was given like African princess. Again, I don't know how she looks like. I haven't seen the anime. But in the manga, the way she's drawn, she was given like an African queen vibe to me. Now, oddly and immediately, three men appear and beg her to marry them. All of this was confusing me, including like our main characters, Soziu, Gen, Kawaku, and Senku, because they just like happen to come across this woman. They're like, okay, she's the one dropping seashells, and not only is she the only survivor, or not she a survivor that's not from Mishikami Village, but there are three other men. So that, yeah, like Senku said, there are potential other allies on this island. Multiple people apparently. But because Senku, Gen, Soziu, and Kohaku don't know what's going on or who she is, they decide to watch how things play out first from the shadows. And however, she feigns ignorance to the group, like the men behind her. Like she like, we get like this perspective of her like dabbing her eyes to make it look like she's crying. She splashes water in her face, and then she tells them that she can't accept their proposal because she will be defying the master, and the master is who we identify with as the one turning people into stone. So I'm assuming the master is the Y-Man. The Y-Man, master slash Y-Man, assuming I have not met the master yet, but assuming the master slash Y-Man is the same person, and possibly from 3,000 years ago, she's like, oh, I don't want to be turned into stone, so I can't marry you. But the fake tears were still making me laugh. But I also thought maybe she is the Y woman because faking the tears, you know, she could be like manipulating them and be like, oh yeah, I'm the one petrifying people, but I can't have you know that. So the men flee off, but Senku gets excited as he believes that she will lead them to the Y-Man. So Senku doesn't believe she's the Y woman. He believes that she can take them to the master. Senku immediately out of nowhere just waltzes up to her, no hesitation or wasting time, though he's like, so yeah, where's that space capsule? You know, the spaceship that my father and the rest of Ishigami Village came in, yeah, it's in some kind of tree. Yeah, do you know where that is? Just randomly asking her. And she's just confused, like, who are you? Like, the fuck did you come from? You're obviously not from our village. You're not from Treasure Island. Like, who are you? But I love that Senku is just so confident. He's like, yeah, hey, what's up? Yeah, where's the space shuttle? But Kohaku is feeling impatient too to save her friends. She won't kill, she announces, but she will make a threat with her katana to draw information. Because she has at one point asked Senku, like, if you ever need me to kill, or would you ever ask me to kill somebody? And Senku's like, well, have you ever killed anybody? And Kohaku goes on to say, like, no, I never killed anybody. And she's afraid to because she doesn't know how to take a life. But she's like, if it gets us information or someone's a threat, I will kill them. But she's never done that. Only Magma is confirmed to be ready to kill somebody. Maybe even possibly Yo. But the rest of them, and Hyoga obviously, possibly Homura, because Homura set fire to the women and children's houses. But Kohaku basically isn't a killer. The mysterious woman, however, immediately falls to her knees before Soziu and declares that he is the master and he's the one that she's destined to be with. Because we had just saw her like pull a Usopp on those three men that begged her to marry her, I assume like this was some kind of like trick again. But also it could have been like maybe Soziu really is like a chosen one, like he was sent off to sea as a baby. So I didn't know where this was going. But I was like, we've never seen the Y-Man, and they believe he's like a god who punishes those who don't follow his orders by petrifying them. So I'm like, maybe she's being genuine, but again, based off like how the author showed us, like she's willing to like save her own ass, like play coy. I was like, that could be a trick. However, we quickly learn that she uses this on every man. She uses this on every man that she comes across. She goes from Soziu to Senku right in front of all of them, just like, oh, you're the master. I love you. You're the one I'm destined to be with. And I was like, what, girl? What the fuck? How you gonna hit on somebody and get rejected, and then immediately go to another person? Or I think it worked on Soziu. He like passed out unconsciousness or something. Something hilarious like that. And then go to Senku. I was just like, damn, you not a gold digger, but you a whole like I thought like right in somebody's face. So I thought that was funny. But of course it has no effect on Senku, because Senku's all about science. He ain't about women. He ain't about none of that. Sexy jutsu would not work on Senku at all.
Transform! Huh? Gotcha! That's my sexy jutsu! Cut the stupid tricks!
But she gets like this hilarious reaction from being insulted by Senku for her good looks not working on him. She's like, oh, what the hell? Is he gay or something? Like, she should have said he's gay. I mean, modern day, they probably would, but She's like, what the fuck are they working on him? I thought that was funny. Their talking, however, has attracted the attention of someone, and the woman is terrified and immediately runs afraid for cover. So this made me think she's not the white woman, because why would the white woman be afraid of anybody? Like, if she's afraid that someone's coming. Meanwhile, we see an angry mob marching towards Senku in the other direction. So that tells us a lot of people about the amount of people that we have in Ishigami Village with the Kingdom of Science and the Kingdom of Tsukasa's army, the Kingdom of Stone combined now. So I'm like, yeah, there's a lot of people that have been revived, either revived or descendants of the Ishigami family, that the scientists, the astronauts, and Father Ishigami and Lillian, who did not choose to go to Japan, as we learned earlier. Now, as Kohaku braces for a fight against them, as their only fighter, they have no hope against this mob, because Senku's not a fighter. Sozio could be a fighter. We don't know him that well. We just met him in previous chapters, and Gen is not a fighter. Gen is a mentalist. Gen could possibly use his mentalist abilities against him, but we don't know how smart they are compared to like people from Ishigami Village. We were easily able to fool people from Ishigami Village that Gen had magical powers, at least a few of them, but they didn't all know that about Gen at first. So Senku once again pulls out a scientific weapon, and he says the only way to stop an angry mob is with tear gas. Now, I had not seen that coming. Again, Dr. Stone always surprising us with like these crazy inventions back to back. Senku does explain, however, quickly explain how to make it, but we're not going to get into that because we're not going to teach kids how to make tear gas. And I know that's not the intention of Dr. Stone. It's just a creative manga that uses science and tells you and teaches you these things that you could make potentially at home, but do not ever make tear gas. Don't do that. Thanks to Senku from saving everybody from the mob, we learned that she knows the secret behind the petrification beam, even the identity of the Y-Man. So she knows the Y-Man is the master. She knows who he is, and she knows how he does what he does. So she is the most valuable, the MVP, the most valuable player we have right now. She claims that the Y-Man is gathering the. She claims that she became the island's greatest beauty to bewitch him and stop him. So she essentially wants to stop the Y-Man. She knows what he's doing. She knows that he's not God. She knows that he's like pretending to be and petrifying these people, but she believes like the only way to stop him is to like join his harem of women, and then infiltrate, and then whether assassinate him and incapacitate him, knock his ass out, get the weapon he has and destroy it. She's like, I want to take him down, but I can't do it alone. And that's when she asked for Senku's help. I thought that was a great chapter to end on, because I was like, okay, we now know that the final boss is on this island. We now know that they have a weapon that can use petrification on a smaller scale. We now know that there are others, hundreds, I guess thousands, but hundreds for sure of people that are living on Treasure Island. And they might even be guarding the space shuttle that Father Ishigami, Lillian, and the other astronauts came in, because if all Senku needs is a little bit of plutonium to bring everybody back, create endless nitrous acid, endless miracle fluid, there is no way the Y-Man doesn't know about that, and there's no way the Y-Man is going to let Senku get to that. So I was very excited. I can't make theories because, once again, I am caught up. I'm a little bit further than this. I know what happens a little bit beyond this. But I will tell you that I'm excited to talk to you guys about it in the next couple chapters. So for now, guys, I'm going to end this video. But I can't wait to talk to you guys soon. See you later. Bye.